Hello and welcome back to Prince Exam Boost. This is the final episode on arithmetic progression and geometric progression. In the last video, I already laid the foundation on understanding the difference between an AP and a GP. When a list is provided, you have a sequence and the values are not increasing by a common difference but by a common ratio. How do you find the common ratio? This is the first formula that you need to know. To get the common ratio, you can just do T2 divided by T1, or just like I always say, you can even go as far as using T4 to divide T3. So that's why it's called common ratio. So in this case, our arrow becomes 3 divided by 1, which is 3. That's how easy it is to get common ratio. Now this second formula is for getting nth term, just like the AP. For nth term of a GP, the formula is A times the ratio raised to the power of n minus 1. So let's say, for example, we are asked to find T5. The number is 5. So we are going to do A times the ratio raised to the power of 5 minus 1. What is A? A is the first term in the question. So this question has 1. That means 1 is the first term into the common ratio, which we have solved as 3. Raised to the power of 5 minus 1 is 4. So our fifth term becomes 3 raised to the power of 4, 81. Now the next formula, it's good for solving sum of terms of a GP. The formula to be employed are of two types, either A into arrow raised to the power n minus 1 dividing arrow minus 1. So the denominator doesn't have that power of n. Or 1 comes before the arrow raised to the power n and 1 comes before arrow. You use this whenever the ratio you're dealing with is greater than 1. And this one is very good when you're dealing with ratios below 1. So let's take, for example, in this same question, we're asked to find the sum of the first 5 terms, S5. So we are going to use 1 into the ratio we are dealing with is 3, so that means it's above 1. We are going to use this first one. So write 3 raised to the power 5 minus 1, all divided by 3 minus 1. And then that gives us what? That gives us 3 raised to the power 5 is 243 minus 1, all divided by 2. This becomes 242 divided by 2, which is 121. Okay. Now looking at the question on your screen, you could pause the videos at intervals to get the question clearly. We've been provided with the 8th term and the 5th term, and we were asked to find the 2nd term. So what do? We convert these two once more into equations just like we did during AP. So we know that T8 means A times R raised to the power 8 minus 1. The value given to you is 32. That will be equal to an unknown first term into R raised to the power 7. You also convert the second one into another equation. T5 should be A times R raised to the power 5 minus 1. The T5 provided is 4, so that means 4 is equal to A times R raised to the power 5 minus 1 is 4. Now that you've had two equations with it, the next thing you do is you divide both equations. Because I prefer to go divide T8 by T5. So what that means is on the left hand side we'll have 32 divided by 4, and on the right hand side we'll have AR raised to the power 7 divided by AR raised to the power 4. When this goes, 8 equals the first terms cancel out, while according to indices this becomes R raised to the power of 3, 7 minus 4. When you take cube root of both sides, your R becomes the cube root of 8, so R is equal to 2. The moment you've had your common ratio, you can insert it into one of the equations to easily get your first term. And what's the first term here? We have 4 equals AR raised to the power 4. And therefore 4 becomes equal to unknown A. The arrow has been found to be 2 raised to the power of 4. So therefore, our first term becomes 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 4. And what's the value of 2 raised to the power 4? 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. So we have 4 divided by 16. That means our first term is 1 over 4. So that's how it is to solve questions when you were given 2 terms without the first term and common ratio. And from here, we could also be asked to find the sum of first 5 terms and the rest, and it becomes easy. Alright, now we have a question in our hands which combine AP and GP together. The question said that the first term of both the AP and GP is 2, and the common difference of the AP is 3, while the common ratio of the GP is 2. And it says if the third term of the AP is equal to the nth term of the GP, find n. So what do we do at this juncture? We will just open up the expressions following the law. For AP, we know that third term is supposed to be A plus 2D. While for GP, we know that nth term is given by the formula AR raised to the power n minus 1. What is the first term here? This is 2 plus 2 into the common difference of 3 becomes equal to first term for the GP is 2 times the common ratio, which is 2 raised to the power of n minus 1. 2 times 3 here is 6 plus 2, giving us a total of 8, and this is equal to 2 into 2 raised to the power of n minus 1. So what we can do here, we divide both sides by 2. That makes 4 to be equal to 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So changing 4 into 2 raised to the power 2, this will be equal to 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So when their bases are the same, we can so therefore equate their powers. So this means that 2 is equal to n minus 1. And when you take like terms, n is equal to 3. So that's how to find the number of terms when comparisons were made between the two. Let's move over now to the sigma notation for a GP. Now let's say we were given a series plus all the way to 96, and we're asked to find the sigma notation for it. The first thing you want to do is to figure out if the series you're looking at was a GP. So if we try to check solution, the first term in this question is 3. The common ratio is 6 divided by 3. That's 2. If we try another one, that's also 2. So clearly by observation, you already knew you're dealing with a GP. So in order for us to get the sigma notation, you know how we always do it. It's terminated somewhere. So we have to figure out what the nth term is. And so we'll use it to know the number of terms in the series. So we remember the formula that says nth term equals AR raised to the power n minus 1. What is the nth term we're looking at? That's 96. And the first term is 3 into the common ratio of 2 raised to the power n minus 1. When you divide by 3, our 2 raised to the power n minus 1 becomes equal to 32. So 2 raised to the power n minus 1 becomes 32 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 5. So at this stage, we now have that n minus 1 is equal to 5, meaning our n becomes 5 plus 1, which is 6. Now you know what happens. Now this is the ending of the term. What do? Sigma notation always needs the beginning and the end. So we've had it. And then the expression is AR raised to the power n minus 1. What is our A? The first term is 3 into the common ratio. The common ratio is 2 raised to the power of n minus 1. So this now becomes the sigma notation for the series that you were provided. You can be told to evaluate. I've already told us what this includes, So the values of n will range from 1 all the way to 3, and sigma notation means summation, so we'll add up everything at the end of the day. So all you have to start is at n equal to 1, what are we going to have? We'll have 3 into 5 raised to power 1 minus 1. So this becomes 5 raised to power 0, which is 1. Everything comes out 3. You go for when n equals 2. This becomes 3 into 5. The n minus 1 becomes 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, and 5 raised to power 1 is 5. So 3 times 5 then becomes 15. You now go for when n is equal to 3. 3 into 5 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. This becomes 3 into 5 raised to the power of 2. So 5 times itself is 25, and 25 times 3 is 75. So therefore, this sigma they're asking for is a summation of all the different terms you got. 3 plus 15 plus 75. Everything comes out as 93. So that's how easy again sigma notation is when you're dealing with a GP.